Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, and with that, we are back in the lobby bar for the week of November the 10th, 2025. Brian and Michaela here with you, and I was looking at some recipes. We're getting close to Thanksgiving time here, in the United States at least, and so I was on liquor.com and I was looking through some Thanksgiving recipes, and something caught my eye because we here at Drink the Movies are big fans of the martini, right, Michaela? We are
Oh,
known to
yeah,
have a martini or two or three
we
on
are.
occasion under
No,
ill
no,
advisement.
no. Martinis are like eyes, okay? It can be argued that one is too few and three is too many, two is just right
Mm.
for, eyes, limbs, whatever, Yes. I did you see what I did there? I did that.
Two, yeah, that's right. Two is the perfect amount. Maybe sometimes, but as we're getting close to the holidays, you might be enticed to have more than two. Depending on the situation you find yourself in. So I found this on like it was like liquor.com's like top like I don't know like 50 Thanksgiving recipes, which seemed like a lot, but I saw this on the list here, and it's called a reverse martini, and that caught my eye. I was like, what is that? It probably is exactly what it sounds like, and it is in fact exactly what it sounds like. But I like this because it lowers the ABV down to, roughly 18 to 20%, which is manageable, right? It's a little bit higher than a glass of wine. So not too bad, not too bad there. And it's going to allow you to imbibe in a couple of these, especially in good settings. Like, think like Thanksgiving Day, or like you're putting a party together and maybe you want to have a couple of things right throughout the day. Keep your head, not have the hangover the next day. So let's try a reverse martini. Michaela, let's put one of these together. Dead simple. Into a shaker tin goes 2 ounces of dry vermouth and 1 ounce of gin. You could probably make this a dirty reverse martini if you want to, if that's your jam. Might be my jam. I don't know for sure. Go ahead and throw some ice in there, give it a stir, and then strain it into your martini or coupe glass. Garnish with an olive, lemon twist, dealer's choice. Sip and enjoy. So, we've talked about martinis a bunch of times here on the podcast. We have kind of our own methodology that we use to make martinis. They're pretty similar, actually. But a lot of people shy away from having too much vermouth in a martini. I'm not that way. I like a little bit of vermouth because I think it adds, some nice floral notes to it. It cuts through that, wicked sharpness of especially a lot of modern gins. But what do you think about a reverse martini? Does that sound like something that could be up your alley?
Oh yeah. So I love a vermouth. I mean, we have a one of my favorite cocktails we've ever made at Drink the Movies is the simplest one probably that we've ever done for a movie. And it was for Groundhog Day back in like 2020, I want to say,
Mm.
2021. And
It
it
was
was
early
the
on.
sweet vermouth. It was
Don't
very
go listen to
early.
that one out there.
Yeah, yeah. Or do because
Or
the
do.
cocktail's really
Listen
great.
to the cocktail part.
And
Yeah.
just know that we don't know what we're doing. And I mean me. But it was a sweet vermouth with a twist of lemon, and I love sweet vermouth. So I think the secret to making this reverse martini really accessible and palatable to everybody is to pick a very good vermouth that's gonna
Hmm.
really align with whatever your flavor profile is. So, and there's a lot of really great ones out there that are not super expensive. Martini and Rossi do like a very dry vermouth that is kind of a run of the mill. That's kind of what I grew up seeing my parents use as vermouth, but that is just one of literally hundreds out there. So I really encourage people to go to their liquor store, go talk to somebody. If you're near Southern Spirits, please go talk to them. They have so many different offerings of the type of dry vermouths out there, ones that are going to be a little bit more bitey, even a little bit more of like soft that's going to add to like a floral gin if you want to really make this a very different thing than a martini flavored martini.
Hmm.
But this sounds super up my alley because I like vermouth in my martinis. Somebody once told me that the best gin martini is just gin, and you wave a bottle of vermouth kind of near it, and then you put the bottle away and just continue drinking the chilled gin. But
Yeah, I think
um,
that was a Winston Churchill quote, right? It was a
was it?
cold
Was
glass of
it?
gin and you look at a bottle of vermouth or something like that. So,
Yeah, something like that. Um, But I'm excited about this, and I think that you can really play a lot with this reverse martini, just the way you can play with a regular one. You can, like you said, make it dirty. You can definitely play with some of the garnishes. I actually, they're pickled olives. That's supposed to be amazing in a martini that's got a lot of vermouth in it. So I might give that a try. We're gonna see.
Okay, there you go. We have a couple of weeks here before Thanksgiving mealtime, so we can play around with that a little bit. And if you have a good idea for how to jazz this up or change it up, maybe you could make like a reverse like Cosmo. Maybe maybe that's the thing. I don't know. But let us know out there what you think about that one, and let us know if you made it out to see a movie this week. A lot of people did. They made it out to see Predator: Badlands, raking in $40 million over the weekend here. Regretting You, Black Phone 2, Cera's Oil, and Nuremberg, rounding out the top five. So $40 million for Predator: Badlands, and we actually just booked our tickets, or Michaela booked our tickets right before we hit record on this episode. We're going to see it tonight, but $40 million, not too shabby for old Predator. That is the highest grossing opening weekend for any of the Predator films. So that's gonna be good, and we're excited to see it and talk about it for our Patreon. We're gonna be covering the original Predator on the main show later this week. So, Michaela, Predator: Badlands, we're gonna be seeing that one. But have you heard anything about Sarah's Oil, Nuremberg, either of these? Anything standing out to you for the box office over the weekend?
So Nuremberg was getting a bunch of Oscar buzz. It makes me kind of sad that it's typical for a lot of like really kind of thoughtful, kind of heavier films. They generally don't get as much love in the box office, so I'm not really surprised by this.
Now, see, I was impressed that it made $4 million, to be honest.
See, you and I just the glass half empty versus glass half full. Now, Sarah's Oil. I had never heard of this before until a couple of weeks ago because it has Zachary Levi in it, and so the world the world is kind of on fire with anything he touches. So this seems kind of like an interesting story to me, and it's a true story, which is kind of cool. Um, so it might be kind of something that I'm interested in renting at some point. I definitely don't think I'm going to make it into the theaters to see this, but I mean, I'm glad it's made some money for them.
There, there you go. Absolutely. So I've got that. Predator is going to be doing a-okay, I think, here and it's next week. But we do have a couple of things coming out that are going to give it a run for its money. One of them literally running because we have the new telling of The Running Man. That is that Glen Powell movie. We're planning to see that, but another one coming out. So I think that you maybe are more interested in than me. I think you've kept up with the series a little bit more, and I want to talk about that here in a second. Now You See Me, Now You Don't is finally coming out to movie theaters. I feel like we've been seeing the trailer for that for the last like 3 years. And then I forgot about it because we haven't seen one in several months. I thought maybe they just forgot to release it or it did release and no one knew. I don't know, but it is coming back out. Apparently, it's the third part of this film series, but it's been like pushing 10 years since the last installment. Do people still care about this magic universe? These people are all like a decade older now. What do we think? Anything?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Michaela's excited. There you go.
I'm a little concerned about the preview already because some of the jokes are not great. I mean, the marketing
Mm-hmm.
people, I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they didn't have a lot to work with. That is my concern. But I love Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, I just really do like his stuff. And I thought the first one was real slick. It was really cool. The second one, not as great. They upped the ante, I feel like, with them acting chops and got like Daniel Radcliffe and Michael Caine to like show up and do stuff, right? But
Hmm.
I feel like in the the second one was just not as good. It fell a little bit flat. So it's either going to rise to the occasion or it's going to continue in that trajectory. And we'll see. But my son, he loves these because, again, there's not tons of violence. There's not tons of sex. It's still a movie that adults can watch and kids can watch. And my kid is in that tween area where he wants to feel like an adult, but I also don't want to expose him to a bunch of stuff. So he's going to be, I think he's really excited about this. So we're going to go watch it. I'm going to, give in to the extra $4 million that it's probably going to make
There you
and
go.
not make
Sleight of
money on.
hand. Sleight of hand for
Yeah.
Michaela. Absolutely. We've got The Running Man coming as well. I am interested in this. It's directed by Edgar Wright. That's good to know. That's good to know. And Glen Powell is fine. He's a good-looking dude who's going to play this leading role. I think that's okay. But the rest of this cast looks absolutely stacked. So it's got Josh Brolin in it. It's got Colman Domingo, who is low-key one of the greatest actors of this generation. We have William H. Macy, Michael Cera, David Zayas from Dexter. He's in this thing. Sean Hayes. But Michaela, I don't know if you knew this or not. The Running Man features Amelia Jones, girl after her own hearts from Coda.
Yeah. Amelia Jones, look, she was insane in Task. So she was in a series that you
Hmm.
had told me about,
Yeah.
probably here on this lobby bar. Ladies and gentlemen, if you liked the True Detective series, I think that you would really enjoy Task. It is on HBO and it has our girl Amelia, and she is a triumph. I found her to be one of my favorite things to watch. So anything she touches, I'm in. I'm just in for. She did so well in Coda, and I'm so glad that we're seeing her do more work because I felt like afterwards, like there was this lull where she had gotten all these accolades and everybody was talking about her and then nothing. So it makes me feel really good. Like the mama bear in me is like, yes, because she is so good. And I'm so excited about this movie.
Yeah, hopefully she gets her right rewards for her performance in Coda was excellent, which released in 2021. So unfortunately, you hit that high note right as everything is still shut down. So that's
Yeah.
not good for the old career. So hopefully, we get to see more of her. And Running Man is something we're going to be talking about on the main show here in a couple of weeks. Speaking of the main show, last week we talked about Rebel Without a Cause on its 70th anniversary. That was pretty good pretty good conversation about a good old teen angst film. This week we're going to be talking about Predator, a an alien angst film. I guess maybe the original from
Right.
1987. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Predator Badlands over on our Patreon. It's patreon.com/drinkthemovies. We're going to be running another one of our live stream test run kind of things. We're going to be talking about Predator Badlands. We're going to be talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're going to be talking about movies from the 80s that got sequels, whether they needed to have them or not, that became their home film universes. We're going to be talking about all that stuff over there. So check that out on Patreon. It's a great way to support the podcast. So, Michaela, now that I know I can make a martini with like half the alcohol and drink them all day, I might do that. Or I might stay sober because we do have to go see Predator Badlands. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's head out to the movie theater and we'll talk to everyone next weekend. The lobby bar.